Do you know not more than 2 years ago, I was an atheist? Yeah, sure, if you asked me if I believed in God, I may have said, there's a chance. But deep down, what I truly believed was when I died, I was going to spend eternity rotting in the ground. And that was a scary thought. It would keep me up at nights, and it definitely would scare me to get on an airplane because I was afraid to die. And now I walk here in my bare feet in the 75-degree beautiful day of Florida with absolutely zero fear in my life. And you know why? It's because I made the realization that where I thought I lived isn't at all where I actually live. You see, I used to think that I lived on a ball spinning 1,000 miles per hour, and that's why the sun would traverse the sky, because I was moving and the earth was moving. And not only were we spinning 1,000 miles per hour, but the earth was chasing the sun at 66,600 miles per hour. Would you just imagine that number? What a strange number. You see, some of you probably think that I believe in biblical cosmology, the belief that we're in a stationary, covered realm of sorts, because I believe in the Bible, but that couldn't be further from the truth. No, I had to come to the realization through scientific method of measurable, observable, repeatable evidence over and over and over again to disprove the fact that I'm on anything that's moving or curving. And it wasn't until I disproved that through my own experience and my own eyes and my own observation and my own experiments over and over and over and over again, like seeing Chicago from across Lake Michigan when you shouldn't be able to, and realizing that's not some sort of Fata Morgana or superior mirage, it's just Chicago. Or seeing the North Star in the same spot hour after hour, day after day, month after month, year after year, realizing that that couldn't be possible if what they say about the heliocentric model is true, or coming to the realization that Orion's belt has always aligned with the pyramids for all of recorded history. And well, just the properties of water alone, like that pond over there, well, water has to lay level. It can't curve. That would actually be going against the laws of physics and not the theory. Notice how it's a theory. Why is it a theory of gravity? Maybe because they can't prove it. So yeah, I needed to prove to myself with the scientific method that where I thought I lived my whole life wasn't where I actually lived. And it wasn't until I realized that everything I had just figured out through the scientific method actually matched what the Bible had said all along, that we're covered by a firmament and that the earth is built on foundations that don't move, in 200 more verses. And then, once I realized that dragons existed and not dinosaurs, and that the Bible talks about dragons a lot, and then once I realized that there were actually giants that existed here, and there's literally thousands of articles and thousands of bones that have been hidden thanks to the Smithsonian, which you can go research yourself. Just research Smithsonian giant bone cover-up. See what you find. It's even in Google. But yeah, it wasn't until I realized that the Bible talked about a firmament, and the Bible talked about dragons, and the Bible talked about giants. All those things that the mainstream narrative and the public indoctrination, education centers, would lead you to believe are just fairy tales. It wasn't until I figured out those were true that I started saying, maybe there's truth in the Bible. And well, once you know there's a firmament, it's kind of hard to deny that this place where we live is intelligently designed. Kind of hard to deny the presence of God then. And well, because I'm a caring person that loves people, and especially my friends and family, I wanted to tell people about this naturally. Wow, every single person I've ever known has been led to believe something that isn't true. And the saddest part is that it has led them, like it led me, to believe that God is just some sort of myth and the Bible is all nonsense. Man, I should really tell people about this. Yeah, but most people didn't want to know. They shunned me and made fun of me and ridiculed me and thought I was crazy. And well, yeah, most of those people are still living by a bell schedule or a work schedule. And in 10-degree weather right now, while I soak up these rays and walk barefoot and do what I want all day, every day. And well, that's beside the point, because most of the time what I want to be doing is helping you guys find God like I did. And the best way that I can do that is help one by one expose all the lies that we've all been told, because I never know when that one lie, when that one it's just insignificant lie we've been told, like, hey, maybe Jim Morrison didn't die and he's actually just Rush Limbaugh. And if you believe that and you research that, it might cause you to be like, oh, if they lied to us about that, man, what else could they be lying to us about? Maybe I'll start digging. Maybe I'll dig so deep that I'll dig through the globe nonsense and expose that big ball of lies to myself. Or maybe people are just comfortable living in a lie. Maybe people are okay living hour to hour, just waiting for your work day to end, and don't care about the fact that we can manifest things and we can achieve our goals and pursue our passions, and we don't have to live by their rules and their laws. And the only laws we really need to pay attention to are the laws of God, which I didn't really believe in because, I believed I was a evolved tadpole. So anyway, people can go on believing those lies, or instead of thinking I'm some sort of crazy nut job lunatic creating lies just for views and clicks and to make money, maybe you can take 10 minutes a day out of your busy day, research some of these things I talk about, decide for yourself that they're true, and then see where it leads you. Because I don't want anyone to believe me. Don't believe me. Use my thoughts and my ideas. Try to prove me wrong. Try to prove me wrong. I've posted over 700 videos and not once have I been proven wrong. Doesn't that seem strange? If I'm posting a bunch of lies and nonsense and just clickbait, shouldn't I be able to be proven wrong? Think about that. Maybe, just maybe, the guy who's doing what he wants all day, every day, living in the most beautiful state in the supposedly free states of the United States, doing what he wants all day, every day, who just happens to have lost all his fear that he ever had about dying or anything else. Maybe he's a guy we should listen to. Maybe he's a guy that knows what he's talking about. Maybe he is a guy that just cares and isn't doing this with some sort of ulterior motive or agenda. Maybe he's just a guy that cares. I mean, after all, he was a teacher for 20 years and just wanted to help kids learn to have some self-confidence and feel good about themselves and be who they are shamelessly. So that's me. I'm Tyler. I'm a guy that used to have fear. I'm a guy that used to think I was an evolved chimp spinning on a ball, even though, man, it sure feels pretty still to me. And boy, I think if you ask any 3-year-old if the sun's moving, if we're moving, I think you know what your answer will be. So maybe you should think about unprogramming your programmed mind. Start fresh. Start new. You never know where it'll take you. Maybe, just maybe, you'll become fearless like I am. Of course, all this was for entertainment purposes. I go to bed every night fearful and scared that I might die of a heart attack. Just kidding. Not for entertainment purposes. I'm serious as a heart attack, and I hope you do some research, and through everything, I hope you find God, like I did. It's changed my life for the better 1,000 times. Much love. Have a great day. Seek truth. That's all. Oh, and if you guys want more evidence of what I talk about regarding biblical cosmology or flat earth, consider subscribing, because these platforms are censoring it and you won't see it unless you subscribe. Have a great day.